Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today, we are taking a really deep plunge into some fascinating material. It's all about, well, maybe the biggest shift a person can experience.
Yeah, moving from a life that feels like constant, exhausting effort.
Right, into one that's more about pure, almost effortless presence. Our sources actually call this the great end.
hmm And this dive, it's mainly guided by something called a should transcript from a series called The Great End. Think of it like a channeled teaching, maybe,
hmm
a guide for consciousness.
Yeah, okay.
And this specific one is called The Field Within. The core message is, well, it's simple but kind of revolutionary. Stop trying to build your reality with your mind.
Like, stop planning everything.
Exactly. And instead start allowing your own personal energy to, well, serve you.
And they spell end with that ligature to emphasize it's not really an end like stopping, but more like a fundamental shift in how reality works.
Like,
So for you listening, the big question we're tackling is pretty fundamental. How do we actually stop trying to fix everything? All the broken, complicated stuff in our lives.
instead, step into a state where our energy just naturally does the work for us perfectly.
It really does fly in the face of everything we learn about, like hustling and making things happen, doesn't it?
Well, completely. Millennia of conditioning says you have to wrestle things into existence.
Yeah.
This says, just allow.
Okay, so let's get into this shift from efforting to allowing, because the sources give us this really great analogy right away. The potter's wheel.
Ah, yes, the potter.
But the old school way, right. The potter sits down and they're trying so hard. They're trying to turn this lump of clay into a specific vase.
Mind totally engaged. Thinking of the shape, the curve, the thickness.
Micromanaging it, the thinking creator.
But the great end suggests something different.
Mhm.
You sit at the wheel, hands on the wet clay. That feeling,
Mm.
But you're not trying to make anything specific. You're just allowing yourself to feel. To feel the clay, feel your own presence, just radiate.
Okay, but hang on. That sounds like, well, won't it just turn into a mess if I stop controlling it?
That's the leap of faith, isn't it?
Huh.
But that's the core insight. The less thinking, the better. The sources say if you stop mentally forcing it,
Uh-huh.
the energy flows through you, through your hands, and the clay literally makes itself in perfect response to who you really are. Not the mind, but deeper you.
So creation unfolds when you stop trying to shape it.
Exactly. Energy responds to allowing, not to mental blueprints.
And then it gets even stranger. The sources say the result doesn't even have to be clay anymore.
Right, because you've shifted into allowing, it could become, well, raw energy or glass or even like fruit. It sounds wild, I know.
That's a huge metaphysical jump for someone just trying to make a pot.
It is. But it shows you weren't really working with just clay. You were working with consciousness, with
Yeah.
energy itself. If glass serves your experience better, right then.
Then glass appears.
Oh, wow. Removing limitations.
You thought you were working with mud. You realize you're working with reality.
And this connects right back to that human thing of always trying to fix things.
Yeah. The addiction to fixing.
If I'm focused on fixing something broken, I'm stuck in the past, right? Thinking about the break.
Precisely. Fixing is all about mental interference based on what went wrong before. It's rooted in yesterday. The master, they say, sees fixing as so yesterday
So yesterday.
because it assumes something needs correction. Instead, they just allow the energy itself, the sources call it the fixer,
The fixer.
to align things. You just experience the outcome, which is always perfect in that context. Presence and fixing. They just don't mix, like oil and water.
All right, so if we're going to stop fixing, stop efforting,
Yeah.
how do we actually do this? The sources say it all comes down to presence.
Presence is the key, the gateway. And it's really important to get this. It's not another thought, not a technique.
Not something else to try to do. Exactly. It's just a state of beingness.
Yeah.
The simple, quiet, internal declaration. I am here. I am present. No fanfare needed.
And when you make that declaration just, I am present, embodied, the material says it sends out a signal, like a bell ringing,
Mm.
or tinctures.
Yeah, like a clear, resonant sound.
Huh.
And it rings out to your entire field.
Okay, what is this field exactly?
It's basically your sovereign domain, your personal reality field. It's timeless, no limits, no boundaries. And here's the thing. You don't enter it. You're always there.
Always in it.
Always. But saying, I am present, that declaration, it signals everything that is you, all your aspects, potentials, past lives, even your biology,
Yeah.
all your energy.
It's like the conductor finally showing up for the orchestra.
Perfect analogy. Tapping the podium. Okay, let's
Result. What happens when that signal goes out?
coherence. That's the word they use. All that fragmented energy comes together. It stops pulling in a million directions.
And it starts serving. Ooh.
Serving you. The real you. The sovereign being you are. Not the temporary human mind that's, still worrying about paying the bills or if someone likes you.
Right. Not the old survival stuff?
No. You simply state, internally, energy, serve me. And we're told it just does, on every level, biological, metaphysical, soul. It's ready.
It was always ready, just waiting for the right conductor?
Exactly. We were just giving it fragmented, limited instructions based on old fears and desires. Now, it serves your highest potential.
Okay, this leads us to what life actually looks like when you operate from this coherent field. They call it living in the and.
Yes, the and, because life becomes deeply multidimensional, not linear.
They use cooking as an example, which seems so normal, but the way they describe it is pretty out there.
It is. It feels wonderfully mundane, but the claim is radical. You can be standing there cooking an omelet. You smell the ham, the cheese. You're aware of the pan, the heat, cleaning up later.
Right, the physical stuff.
And at the exact same time, you can be, say, integrating ancient parts of yourself.
Yeah.
Or allowing profound self-love in your deepest core. Or even taking a walk in nature, metaphorically speaking, all at once.
Okay, hold on. That sounds like maximum distraction. Like, how do you not burn the omelet or cut your finger if you're also integrating past lives?
See, that's the mind's perspective again. That's multitasking, which fragments attention. This isn't thinking about integrating. It's allowing it to happen in the field.
So it's not mental effort directed elsewhere.
No, it's a state of being. And the key is coherence. Those simultaneous realities aren't pulling you apart. They actually support each other. The allowance of self-love might make you more present with the omelet, more graceful, less tense.
Okay, so the flow is unified. It's not juggling, it's expanding.
Expanding is a good word. The field brings it all into a supportive flow. The mind fragments, the field integrates. That temple of Prima they mention, that's just a term for that inner space of allowing deep self-love. It's not separate. It supports the cooking.
Right, got it. Let's talk about the body then. The physical body. That's usually our biggest concern, isn't it? Health, aging.
Always.
Yeah.
So when you're in this field, allowing, that's where your light body starts to emerge into your awareness, or the free energy body, as they call it.
It was always there, but now we notice it.
Exactly. Because you've stopped efforting and trying to control everything, including the body, so it becomes conscious, ready to interact.
And the image they use is a dance, which is lovely.
It really is. The light body comes to the physical body, which is also right there in the field, remember? And it basically says, may I have this dance?
And what happens in this dance?
Profound relaxation. The physical body, which is so used to being worried about, analyzed, pushed, it just lets go, stops efforting. It starts to forget its pain, its diseases.
Why?
Because it realizes it's not this fragile machine that needs constant fixing. It realizes it's an ancient, incredibly intelligent tool, part of your consciousness.
And the sources say that our constant worry, the guarding against illness and aging, that creates compression, like literal tension.
Yes, that compression is the root of so much physical and emotional pain, depression, chronic issues. It comes from that constant guarding.
So the dance dissolves that.
It allows it to dissolve. And the really crucial insight here is, ultimately, there's no real difference between the physical body and the light body.
No difference.
Other than perception, they say. The worry, the obsession with good food, bad food, disease, aging, it's all these old belief systems that take huge energy to maintain. Allowing the dance is a hands-off approach. Let the bodies figure it out. They know how.
Wow, hands off the body. That's revolutionary for most people.
Isn't it just... Okay, so let's track how a relationship with this field evolves. The sources mention stages. Stage 1 is just claiming the field.
Right, the entry point, just acknowledging it.
Yeah, that simple declaration, I am present. It's like going to a lost and found warehouse and saying, yep, that huge, amazing thing over there, that's mine. It was always yours, but you had to claim it.
Okay, stage 2, living the field. This sounds like where perception really starts to shift.
It does. You go from just claiming it to realizing everything you see is actually your field. That tree across the street, the car, the plane flying overhead. It's all happening within your sovereign space, interpreted by your perception.
So things aren't really outside anymore.
Exactly. Putting everything outside is what made us feel small and powerless. This stage dissolves that illusion.
And the final stage they mention, the big one, the field within.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
This is the integration. The field isn't something you're just wandering around in anymore. It comes inside you. It integrates fully.
So you are the field.
You are the field, grounded in your human body, your human experience, but emanating this vast reality outwards. That's true sovereignty.
And what does that feel like?
Quiet beauty. That's how they describe it. The internal noise, the chatter, the screaming worry.
Right.
It gets replaced by this deep knowing resonance, the song of the fields within you.
That must bring a profound sense of freedom, independence, even while interacting with the world.
Total independence. Because you realize the world out there is actually your perception happening within you. You're the source, not the victim of your environment. Big shift.
Okay, so once the field is within, grounded, what about this idea of holding your light? Not projecting it, not trying to heal others with it, just being it.
Yeah, it's just embodying it.
Yeah.
The implications are huge, but effortless.
How so? What changes practically?
Well, the sources say when you just embody your light, it naturally radiates. It changes the energy of a room when you walk in. No effort involved.
Yeah.
It shifts dynamics in relationships. Suddenly, fewer words are needed. There's just a different resonance. It changes how your biology reacts to things like food or stress. It even affects your car, your house. Everything becomes part of that coherent field emanating from you.
So you stop having to manage everything externally.
You got it. No more being the traffic cop for your life. It just flows differently because you are different.
This simplicity, this move from complexity to singularity, the source is even connected to, like, future technology.
They do draw a parallel. Think about current AI, computers. They're built on the model of the complex networked mind, right?
Massive data, huge networks, lots of power needed.
Exactly. Complexity. But the natural intelligence emerging from this field state, it's described as singular, simple, elegant, not about IQ points or storing data.
So the idea is, as human consciousness shifts towards this singular coherence,
That technology, following that natural path, might also move towards simplicity, towards oneness, maybe something conceptually like quantum computing's efficiency, perhaps, getting away from brute force complexity.
less processing, more,
Knowing.
something like that. It mirrors the personal shift from efforting to allowing. Simplicity is where energy works best, requires less force. It's an interesting thought.
It really is. So this whole deep dive into the great end, it really paints a picture of returning to our natural state of being, not by fixing or designing outcomes,
No.
but just through, well, presence and allowance, letting energy serve us, letting it serve the real you. And maybe this brings up a final thought, something for you to ponder as you sit with us.
Yep.
If your energy truly is ready, like right now, perfectly synced to serve the true you, not the old identity, not the survival patterns.
Yeah.
What's the one single thing, maybe just one, that you're still holding on to, still guarding or clenching, that you could just allow to dissolve right now? Because the promise is when you embrace that letting go, even embracing huge change itself, it can become, as they see, a surprisingly joyful experience.